Folks, the last few days, you have been hearing me and many of my friends that do ministry together express our literal disgust with the behavior of President Biden in how he handled the situation with Afghanistan. Now, this video is not going to deal with the prophetic implications of this action, which, by the way, there are many. Afghanistan being taken over by the Taliban opens up the door for all kinds of prophetic events to actually be set into motion. We spent a lot of time doing analysis on this. If you did not watch the video that I released with Dawn this morning, you should. We talk about it quite extensively. The last several live shows that we've done earlier this week, we've been talking about it. You should go and you should take a look at it. But it's interesting to me how the United States government that is being led by the worst president in U.S. history is now creating for itself a condition of nothing but destruction. And I think it is ironic because as I am looking at the Epic Times, for example, there's an article that came out regarding the Pentagon, where the Pentagon is now warning everybody of worsening terrorist threats after the Taliban take over Afghanistan. As a matter of fact, it's interesting to me how they are actually emphasizing terrorist threats to the homeland. Yes, that's the United States of America. And it is also interesting to me how Joe Biden so arrogantly stood in front of the American people and said there would be no real effects with respect to the safety of the homeland as a result of the Taliban being able to do what they're doing, or not the Taliban, as a result of the withdrawal of troops. Now, we had to have known that the Taliban would take over, and maybe his memory is completely boggled and the memory of the people around him, but it was the Taliban that was harboring Al-Qaeda and Osama bin Laden during the time of 9/11. So to say that there are no implications with respect to safety in the homeland is absolutely absurd. It is completely absurd. Folks, we are watching more and more and more and more the United States of America go to a place of darkness. I'm mind-boggled at the fact that when the president of the United States so arrogantly addressed the nation on Monday, he gets up there, he basically says, yes, I would do it again, and then goes on to blame President Trump for all of this, which is obscene, by the way. I mean, give me a break. President Trump is the one that made the agreement to pull troops out of Afghanistan. He pulled almost 13,000 troops out of Afghanistan, and there was no instability. As a matter of fact, it was the Afghan army that was actually getting stronger during that time period. Joe Biden is left with 2,000 troops in Afghanistan, maybe a few more than that, and he withdraws them all at the same time, unilaterally, by the way, and creates a world incident. That is exactly the person that we are dealing with right now. Now, I'm just going to say this. Iran is at an advantage. Russia's at an advantage. Turkey is potentially at an advantage. China is at an advantage. And all the enemies of Israel are most definitely at an advantage. And it seems as though everybody is ignoring this. It seems as though this is just literally no big deal. I don't understand this, you guys. This is spiritual. There is something going on right now in the demonic realm that is continuing to inspire these people that are in leadership. And we need to open our eyes and we need to start dealing with this, not just in the physical realm, as we look to who we're going to vote for in the future. That is, if there still is a republic. But we need to also be paying attention to what is happening in the world that we cannot see. We need to start praying, folks. We need to start praying very specifically for all of the political maneuverings that are going on. And I'm begging you now to pray for those in Afghanistan who are suffering tremendous loss. There are people dying methodically while Joe Biden is going back to his vacation spot. It was unbelievable. I don't even know what to call it. The hubris of a man that would walk away from a vacation that he was on while the world is falling apart around him, give his speech, blame somebody else, say that the buck stops with me and I made the best decision, and then get back on Marine One to go back on vacation. How absolutely absurd. And I was just saying this the other day. We're in the twilight zone. I don't know what's going on. This has to be spiritual, folks. And we've got to pay attention because there's so much geopolitical shifting that's going on as a result of this. It is so unbelievably obvious that Jesus Christ is coming home soon, which means Christians, we need to wake up. Christians, we need to fight like we've never fought before. We need to use every legal remedy that we have to come against these evil things, and we need to engage in the spiritual realm and pray for these things and be as close to the Lord as we possibly can and stop the cowardice. Pastors need to stop saying, let's not get involved in politics. We need to study the Bible. We need to get involved in every arena God has given us the ability to get involved with because so much is at stake. We are running out of time and we need to be bold in our assertions and we need to fight for what's right and we need to not stop and not look back. That is the call of God upon our lives, ladies and gentlemen. It is time to do what He's called us to do and engage in the spiritual battle. God bless you.